Here's some good Friday news. Biden finally ousts the Border Patrol chief that Trump put into place before Biden was elected. And this guy, he just wanted to keep building walls. Finally, this guy is out.
Good.
His name is Border Patrol Chief Rodney Scott. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. So Scott was appointed in January 20 by the pumpkin himself. He is very hard line. News came down 2 days ago that he's finally going to be ousted. This is when Vice President Kamala Harris is set to visit the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, Scott received notice on Wednesday of his reassignment, which gave him the option to relocate, resign, or retire. That is the 3 R's of working for the U.S. government. When you get relocate, the 3R letter, retire, resign, and relocate.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. So he got it. Scott said there was no rationale or reason required. I can tell you the rationale. He was hired by Pumpkin.
Right.
That's the rationale. He said he's going to stay 60 more days for a smooth transition. So he's gone.
Bye.
Bye. Meanwhile, they had a infrastructure deal. And I've been saying for weeks, it has nothing to do with the Republicans and Democrats having a bipartisan deal because they don't want Biden to pass anything. Okay? They want Biden to be the know nothing, do nothing president. And I've been saying it for weeks. So they can go into the midterm election, say, what did this guy do for America? What did he do for you? Nothing. Sleepy Joe, he's tired, he's fallen asleep, he's a bumbling fool, he's done nothing to help you. Go back to the Republicans. That's going to be their thing.
Right.
So I said, so why would they ever want to make any deal? And here I'm saying, wow, they made a deal. But it's really, if you read the fine print, the Democrats say they are not going to pass this bipartisan infrastructure deal unless they get everything that they want in what's called a reconciliation, which is where the Democrats go. It's another form of getting 50 votes in a budget deal without any Republican support. And they say they will only do this infrastructure deal if they can do a reconciliation with all of the other things that they want that was left out of this infrastructure deal. They can do reconciliation for environmental protection and everything else. And presumably immigration, although I didn't see the word immigration in their discussions. And it goes back to what I said 3 days ago. This is just political showmanship, this budget deal. In the end, if the Democrats want something to happen, they will need 50 Democrats to come together, vote for the legislation that they want to pass infrastructure, environment, guns, immigration. And if they don't, then they will be labeled the do-nothing party, the do-nothing president. It all goes back to a grand bargain between liberals and moderates in the Democratic Party. This is just showmanship because the Democrats have already said they will not vote for it unless they get everything else they want in a reconciliation, the progressives. So in the end, there has to be a grand compromise in the Democratic Party. That is Joe Biden's number one priority, not making this bipartisan deal, making the deal in the Democratic Party. Because he's a moderate. So he has to deal with the AOCs of the party, and he has to deal with the people between the AOCs and the Bidens who are more moderate, because there's 3 groups.
Right.
You know, you have the moderates, the liberals, the progressives. You got to get them together. They all want different things. And you need every last one of them to vote to get these things passed. Immigration, environment, infrastructure, guns, everything.
Yeah.
So when I first said it, I said, damn, I was wrong. I can't believe this.
But now
I read it, I said, damn, I was right.
There you go. You usually are.
Sometimes I'm wrong, but most of the time I'm right.